It wasn't until the very end of the episode when the preview to the next episode was showing is when I finally realized this isn't the first time that Mob has been like this. I'm starting to see a lot of recalls from stuff that happens in season one is being reflected here on season three. A lot of stuff. And one of them is this final arc of what Kageyama is doing. I remember as you're hearing Ritsu narrating, saying how he was afraid of this, what made him afraid of his brother, and was during that time when he had that flashback when they were being, what I think it was being hurt by older men, I believe, and Mob hit his head really hard and he was bleeding. But then Risu recalls a monster showing up instead and attacking the man, showing how scary he was. There's the reason why he was afraid of Mob for so many years. It's because he saw what happened, something that Mob himself doesn't remember. It's almost as if another part of Mob's consciousness, his power itself, formed its own will. And all the same thing happened when Hanazawa was fighting Mob. As he was looking deep into the best of his power, he saw a very strange face that terrified him. So these powers certainly do seem to have its own self-consciousness when Mob is not in control of them. They seem to take over in a way. And they seem to be very monstrous. Heck, even when during the first arc of the season, when Mob was fighting Dimpo and they were calling a truce, the tree itself took part of absorbed so much of Mob's power to the point it gained its own, intelligence, and it was pretty evil. So these powers have gone unchecked, would surely do tons of damage to the world itself and probably beyond. So it was good to see that, these callbacks and seeing how far we've come with Mob Psycho and the gang as well. So, anyways, this entire episode is just showing how I guess he's on his way to see Sabomi. His last thought in his brain, just like when he was a kid, when it happened with him and Ritsu, his thought was to protect Ritsu. But by doing that, it's like it turned on switch in a way where it was like, okay, protect Ritsu at all costs. If it means hurting other people. Now this one is his mission the entire time was to go to Sabome, his main desire. So he's going through all this, but it's not realizing that he's doing all this destruction around him. So Hanazawa shows up. And I think Hanazawa has to be my favorite character in Mob Psycho. I always like those secondary characters, the ones that are not the main ones, but the secondary, the rivals, where they have that development, better development than the main character. But Mob had excellent development as well, just in a different kind of way, which I'm not used to seeing in these kind of shows. But anyways, he realized that his powers don't mean nothing, where him and Hanazawa are total opposites. Hanazawa is sheer talent. He gains stuff through skills and training and adapting, where Mob can just do it on the fly. He's pure power, in a way. But yet one had all the confidence and one didn't. They really were polar opposites toward each other, showing powers weren't everything. So Hanazawa is barely standing a chance. And you do see him getting stronger and stronger throughout the series. But no matter what he does, he never can really par up with Mob. But in a way, he showed that his powers can mean something. Despite all the destruction he's caused, even the harm he did on Hanazawa, he used his powers to protect the people around him. So in a way, he called that his win, and he collapsed. Like, okay, good job. It doesn't mean his character arc is finally over with. These are the last episodes, by the way. So I guess it's safe to say that is a yes. Now he's going further and further. We're seeing enemies and friends and foes all like from all the other seasons trying to stop him, but nothing can stop him. And I guess Mob is realizing what's happening, but he can't control it this time. It's too much. It's worse than last time when he was a child when he hit his head on that wall. He got hit by a car, and now it's going to be harder for him to wake up. The question is what it takes. I have a huge feeling that it's going to have to take Master Reagan in order for him to wake up. I can see where this is going in a way, but I don't want to say it just yet. I want to see, just don't want to spill the beans just yet, see how it goes. And if it goes a certain way, I hope it does. And maybe it's not so bad. But we'll have to wait and see. Because, yeah, he's on a warpath. We're even seeing the final antagonist from season 2 showing up, you know? Like, yeah, I can feel his power growing. He's on a rampage, you know. It's kind of one of those things where you see a very responsible hero with tons of power, and we get to see the side of them where it says, what happens when they just don't care anymore, where they just do whatever it takes, where they can do destruction, by any means necessary. We see it in the likes of Superman, and one time with Sonic the Hedgehog, where he went Dark Sonic. You know, it shows when all restraints are loose, when they just stop caring about everything around them. Like, you know what? This is tiring. I'm tired of this. Let's just cut the charade, cut all the responsibility, and let's just go at it, no matter what, and all out. And it's to the point where they, in a way, become their own antagonists. You know, no one can stop them because they're so strong. And now it has to take some talking down to in order for them to stop. I realize these kind of characters, it never really take power meets power because they're the strongest force in the series. It always took a talking down to. With Sonic, it was Eggman, surprisingly. With Superman, it was, I believe it was one time it was Batman, another time it was Lois Lane from another dimension. So it was showing how that, yeah, these people are too strong for their own good, and if they were to become the enemies of humanity, it would be nearly impossible to stop them. Especially you don't have the right person to talk them down to. So thank goodness they do. So anyways, we got 2 more episodes of Mob Psycho, man. This has been one heck of a ride, man, and I can't wait to see how it all ends. So with that being said, I'll leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox, all anime. Signing out.